Welcome to your HR system. I'm going to give you a quick demonstration of its features and how it can benefit your business. So what I'm going to be doing is logging in as two different users today. You have the facility to set up different permissions, of which you can have something called a HR user, which could be a managing director of the company, an administrator. Effectively, this person is going to be able to see and do absolutely everything. We'll also take a look at the system from an employee's perspective as well. Why? This will give you a really good overview as to what they can see and do, but also we focus on simplicity. We want to make the system as simple and as easy as possible to use. So starting off as an employee, every member of staff has what we call a My Dashboard area. And this is anything that is relating to myself. So as we can see, I can see how much holiday I have left to take for the year, my absence in the last 12 months, my performance management, documents that I need to read, expense management, etc. Now, if there seems like there's a lot going on here, not to worry, your HR partner can help you decide what areas of the system you want to utilise, and you can switch these features on and off. So let's start with one of our most popular features, which is holiday management. Employees have the facility to access an online holiday calendar, and the best thing about this system is that you can access your account anywhere on the go. So you could access it on your phone, your tablet, or naturally on a laptop. So whilst I'm out on the road, I can have a look at the company calendar and see what's going on this month. But if I want to go in and book any holiday, I can show my own team and see what's going on. I then have the facility to go in and request my holiday. So booking holiday is really easy to do. I have two different options, holiday or other. Other could be things like compassionate leave or maternity leave. But I'm going to go in and book off a couple of days for September. And it's as simple as that. So what happens next? Most importantly, my line manager would receive an email to let them know somebody's made a holiday request, of which we'd prompt them to log into the system and review that request that's been made. Switching over to my HR user view, I'm a multitasker. I also deal with people's holiday as well. So on my HR dashboard will be things that I need to do and things that are coming up within the next 7 days. But here's the leave request that we've literally just made. Quick and easy, from my dashboard, I can go in and review the request. And what's great about this is I've got all the information that I need really clearly on the screen. So I can see where she's going off to, how much holiday that leaves her with for the year, and most importantly, I can see what's going on around that period of time. And then I can say yes or no. And we want to give you a system that is proactive. So as a result, any outcome, approving or rejecting, is going to send an email back to the employee. But just a little note here to make is that we can look after things like time off in lieu, bank holidays, and you can also cater the system for part-time and flexi-time employees as well as full-time staff. We can also manage your absences. So your HR partner will be able to assist you in terms of tracking people's absences, spotting any common trends, and making sure that you're doing the proper process and your managers have the tools to effectively conduct return to work interviews. So as an employee, I can go in and engage with my sickness, so I can clearly see how many absences I've had. We've also got visual indicators, sickness trends, so you can start to spot those common days that people are taking off. But most importantly, the manager has the facility to add sickness in for their team. So it's as simple as clicking a button, putting in the information, and adding the sickness record in. But the best thing about this is that we would constantly prompt and remind the line manager to let them know that the individual's off work or they need to conduct a return to work interview, of which, once they've done so, they just mark the sickness as complete and then upload any supporting documentation such as a return to work form or doctor's note. So popping back over to my employee view once more, we're going to take a look at the community area. So there's been a huge drive and focus on employee engagement and simply rewarding people if they've done a good job. We want to provide you with a system that is going to do just that. So at the top, you can see I've got a message here. HR users have the facility to post messages. Everybody gets an email to let them know once a message has been posted, but it's a really quick and easy way for you to communicate with your team. We also have a feature called Kudos. Kudos is a praise and recognition tool. So if I feel like one of my colleagues have done well today, I can simply log in and give them some praise. You may also have company values and beliefs that you strive towards. Fantastic. Your HR partner can go in and set your Kudos types as your company values and beliefs. And then if you want to really indoctrinate Kudos into your company, you could utilise it as an Employee of the Month scheme or a reward tool. But in a nutshell, it's a really nice way for employees to praise each other and be recognised for their hard work. We also have another area called suggestions. And suggestions are where employees can go in and post comments and ideas for things that they'd like to see in the company. You can also track employees' progress and performance in the system. So managers have the facility to set one-to-ones, and employees can actually request some time with their line manager as well. So as a HR user, I'm going to schedule in a one-to-one for this member of staff. It's simply clicking a button, popping in the date and time, choosing the type and where it's going to be based. Are they going to happen every 2 weeks? I can also run through exactly what we're going to be talking about. And then the system will do the legwork for you. The manager can sync it into their calendar. An email will be sent to the employee to let them know, but there'll also be constant reminders for employee and manager to let them know when this one-to-one is coming up. Now you might have appraisal and template forms. If so, you can attach and upload any documentation as well as any supporting objectives. So the manager has the facility to go in and put in the details and the description of the objective. They also have the facility to set due dates, and naturally we would remind both the line manager and the employee when the objective is due via email. You can track and link objectives back to company goals and link it back to a one-to-one that might have taken place. We also have a deliverables area. The deliverables area are both for manager and employee. Deliverables will help employees break down their objectives that they've been set. So for example, I've been set an objective that is quite big and I need to break it down into more granular chunks. As a result, I can set myself a deliverable. As a result, the manager has all the employees' performance information centralised and in one place for them to review. But at a later date, if you need to get an idea of the one-to-ones that are taking place, we have a number of different reports that you can run as well, which we'll touch on later. One of the benefits of having a system is reducing the amount of admin that you're doing, but also the bits of paper. You have the facility to upload employees' contracts, offer letters, etc. And within every employee's profile page, you can upload those documents. So for example, I can go in, upload her contract, and mark it as visible to her. So the great thing about this is rather than being locked away in a filing cabinet, she can access her contract at any time. We also offer an area called company documents, and company documents are fantastic for uploading things like policies and handbooks or any documentation that people have got to read. So for example, I have a new handbook and I'd like it to be read by all employees, but just to note, you can drill down to particular individuals, departments, just to line managers, etc. Set a read by date, and the best thing about this is rather than you chasing up everybody to say, have you read this document? If people haven't read the document by the end of August, they get a reminder email. And you can also set review dates, and we would remind you about them later down the line. So what happens next? everybody would get an email to let them know that a document has been uploaded. And as a result, if I log into my employee view, I can see my company documents. I've got 4 to read. At the top, we can see the handbook that has just been uploaded. I haven't read it yet, so I can go in and download it and then mark it as read. At a later date, from the HR user view, you can go in and see exactly who has read the document and when. So hopefully you can see here that still 82 people in my business have yet to read the document, but the one person here has. So if you want to remind again all those people who have yet to read the document, at a click of a button you can send them another read reminder. Every member of staff will also have access to their own profile page. So for example, if I had moved address, I can go in and update my information. A notification would then be sent to HR to let them know a change has been made, of which we'd ask them to approve it, and it will be recorded on a report for you, so all the changes are tracked. But I can also update things like my emergency contacts, my personal history, and my medical information as well. So jumping over to the HR user view, your HR consultant will be able to assist you in terms of setting up your account. But the primary idea of having a system is to centralise all your employee information, of which you'll have an employee list which will allow you to search for employees and access their profiles at any time. On the profile page itself, you've got a series of additional tabs, so you can upload things like training, track the courses that have been completed or attended, as well as uploading training certificates. And we also offer a number of different storage areas as well. So for example, we've got an area for asset management, which will be things like if somebody's been issued a laptop or a phone, you can run reports to see what's been issued and set reminder dates to follow up with that employee. But as you can see from this list, we've tried to cater for all your business requirements. If some of these options do not apply to you, you can simply switch these features on and off. But just as important as putting your data into the system, you'll want to be able to either get it out in the shape of passing it on to payroll or getting a really good overview as to what your business is looking like. As a result, we provide you with a number of different reports. These are broken down into each area of the system, such as holiday reports, sickness reports, salary review reports, expense management, performance. There's an awful lot of them. However, you have the facility to go into each of these reports, apply different filters, search for particular individuals. Naturally, you can export the information and they're interactive, so you can go into people's records from the reports as well. But on top of Excel reports, we also give you visual indicators such as sickness types, other leave types, and your company demographics as well. So it will show your department breakdown, gender ratios, full-time, part-time ratios, etc. Under the company tab, you'll notice there's some additional options which we've already explored, such as the announcements and company documents. But just to make you aware that we can help you with storing your pay slips. The payroll export will monitor any changes or updates that are made to the system, such as changes of address, and project management as well. But last but no means least is the settings side of things. This is where you can really start to build up the system and make it a little bit more your own. So I've been constantly talking about the different areas that you can switch on and off. We also offer a recruitment section if you choose to use it. You can customise a lot of the different drop-down menus as well. So you can really start to make the system a little bit more your own.